Welcome back to the garage. Today we are doing all sorts of stuff. It's time to reassemble this thing. We're putting belts back on it. I got two sizes over 3 belts because 2 of them wrap over the air conditioning and alternator. We got the transmission cooler lines to take care of. We got the fan, the radiator shroud. We got a whole bunch of little fiddly things to take care of, but hopefully we're going to get that done pretty quick and we're going to make some noise. Stay tuned. Let me show you what I'm dealing with. You see that clean mark right there? Yeah, that's where the fan is rubbing the fan shroud. So, with all this having been spaced closer to the block, I got to figure out how to flex that guy inboard or some other solution to this. Let me do some thinking. I'll let you know what I find. I figured the best way to do this was just to take the radiator out of the car. So here it is. I also took the lower mounts out, and here's the solution I came up with. Doesn't look like it's any different, but trust me, it is. What I did, as you can see, I made a couple of cuts straight down, bent the feet back, so now the shroud sits down much further than it used to. And it also spaces, I bent that bend in, so now it sits a lot closer to the radiator like a fan shroud is supposed to. So now we're going to go put it back in the car and try again. So here is the fix. I tweaked those lower radiator hold downs and the shroud holder upper like you saw. And the shroud sits down a lot further like it's going to need to clear the fan, which is clearly installed, and there's not a ton of room. That's okay. Now, the minor problem comes in that slot there isn't quite tall enough to accommodate everything. So, I'm going to come in with a Dremel. I'm just going to make that hole a little bit taller. The fan will sit in there correctly. The shroud will sit against the radiator. And I got smart this time. I put some cardboard in there so it would stop hitting things. So, let's zip that open. So now that the fan shroud fits, let's take care of all the other parts that are easy to do with the fan shroud off, like the radiator hose, the lower transmission lines, which we've already done once, and I won't have to show you again. But let's take care of all those items while everything's still open. Bolted down, and the one thing I probably should have done a long time ago but never did, the hood closes without any contact to the radiator. We're in good shape. So I'm going to get the belts tightened up, and I'll check back with you in just a minute because, you know, literally we're closing in on time to make this thing fire. I don't think I'm going to have time to make it live again today, but it's getting close. So that was a fun day. We got the radiator fabbed into place. The hood closes. Should have checked that sooner, but let's face it, I didn't. Anywho, just excited to get this thing back on the road. You can see by the layer of dust on the car, it's been here too long. Anyways, we'll save that for next time. Next time we'll add coolant, bring it back to life, check for leaks, all the good stuff. And hopefully, I'll see you then, and we'll have some fun. Thanks for watching.